Now dear friends, we will see that acceleration due to gravity below the surface of earth and above the surface of earth. So out of that, first we will start that how the acceleration due to gravity can be found above the surface of earth. So we can say that g, that is gravitational acceleration, so g above the earth at some distance h. So now first of all we will start this question. In this question we simply define the acceleration or a gravitational acceleration. So as we know that the gravitational force is given by the equation, that is F is equals to G m1 m2 over r square. If we consider all the components to be on the surface of earth, then with respect to surface of earth, suppose some object with mass small m, we can say that if m1 is considered as a small mass m, m2 can be considered as a mass of earth, I say it is me, and if the distance initial is considered as the radius of earth, that is on the surface of earth, if we draw it in a pictorial way, we can say that this is a radius of earth. Now this whole portion can be considered as our earth, so we consider it as earth that we live on. Consider it, this is earth, it is as a blue color. Now we say this earth is a one object and the mass of earth is considered as me. And now suppose we consider another object with mass m, that is lying on the surface of earth, that how much force is experienced by that object now can be given as Fg is equals to G. In place of m1 we can say that small m, then in place of m2 we can say that it is me, and in place of r we can replace it as a re square. So now we know that force is equals to ma, or force is equals to m into acceleration. So the object that experiences the acceleration of earth is considered using the equation that we will now derive later on. Now for this condition, suppose at height h from the surface of earth, what we can consider now? So we can consider now the condition, that is a new condition. Here we consider this is again the globe of earth, this distance is considered as re. Now suppose we move to the height h from the earth and we put the object m at here, the mass of the earth is given by me. So at height h from the surface of earth, we can say that the equation of force at height h is given by G me m over re plus h square. Now we already have the acceleration term. So now suppose I compare this equation with, suppose I give it example equation number 2, and I give the previous equation as an equation number 1. Now from 1 and 2 we can derive and determine the gravitational acceleration by dividing them by small m. So now from equation 1, from equation 1 and 2, what we can write, that is Fg over m, that is g on the surface of earth, that is g at surface of earth, that is Re, is obtained, that is g me over Re square. And in the same manner, for the surface on the earth, that is F at height h, if we given, then we can find out the gravitational acceleration at height h is given by g me over Re plus h square. So now these two are the best consideration for the acceleration, one on the surface of earth and another at a given certain height from the earth. Now we can say, if we compare these two and we give them a name, that is, suppose this is your equation 3 and this is your equation number 4. Now if we divide equation 3 by equation 4, or sorry, if we divide the equation 4 by equation 3, we can say that taking equation 4 divided by equation 3, what is the term that we can obtain? That is g at a certain height upon g on the surface of the earth is equals to g me over Re plus h square into, here we can say that this is g me over Re square, and now we can cancel out them by taking gme as a cancel term. Now we can put, that is Re square over Re plus h square. Now if this is the term, if here we take Re to be common from the equation, what we will have now, that is gh over gre is equals to Re square over, here if we take Re as a common, it will be 1 plus h upon Re square. Now here also we can cancel the term of Re, that Re square will be cancelled out, and then for whatever the remaining part, that is g at certain height h, g, that is gravitational acceleration at Re, is equals to 1 over 1 plus h upon Re whole square. Now further if we move and we consider that, therefore gh upon gre is equals to, if we take this denominator in a numerator, we can have the term, that is 1 plus h over Re raised to minus 2. Now here if we consider that, if this h upon Re is very much less than 1, then we can use binomial theorem, and by using binomial theorem we can have the equation that is here. The binomial theorem is only explained and only to be used if this is the condition. So binomial equation can be used only when the your bracket term has some equation with respect to the condition in which one is a constant, and if you are having the equation of ratio, then the denominator is very much bigger than the numerator, then we can apply the binomial theorem. And when we apply the binomial theorem, what will be the equation over here, that is gh over gre will be 1. This minus 2 will come into that multiplication, then 2, the term will remain as it is, and all the further terms are cancel out, and this will be the remaining equation. Now from the simplification of this equation we can have therefore that gh is equals to 1 minus 2h upon re into gravitational acceleration on the surface of the earth. So this is the gravitational acceleration above the earth surface at a given height h. Here this is the final equation is a special case when the height is considered to be a very large with respect to the object, that is the length of the radius of the earth is considered very large, then the final equation is applicable. And in all other case, that above equation, that is the equation here, is applicable in all other cases. So this is true for all the condition above the earth surface. Now we can calculate the gravitational acceleration below the surface of earth. So to find out it below the surface of earth, we can consider the figure. So now first of all, g below the surface of earth, that we have to consider over here. For the below part of the surface, we have to get the derivation of the g. Here what we will consider, that initially we consider that suppose this is the globe of earth with radius re. Now inside it, suppose at a certain depth, say at certain depth, at a distance small d depth, we consider that we want to find out the gravitational acceleration for this blue portion of the globe. We want to find out the gravitational acceleration for this portion only, as we have covered it, this blue color portion. Now for that, what we can consider, that to find out the gravitational acceleration below the surface of earth, that we consider this distance as a blue border line will have the new distance, that is re upon re minus d. So this distance will be now re minus d for the given equation. Now the earth can be thought as a being composed of a smaller sphere of radius re minus d and a spherical shell of thickness small d. The force on M due to the outer shell of the thickness. That means if we consider, that is, this is the surface or outer surface, and obviously the mass of earth is given by me, but at this reduced portion, that is below that, let us consider the new mass to be ms at a given particular point. So here if we consider the point s, the remaining mass, that is ms, we can consider it as ms, and we can say that the point mass is outside it, and hence according to the result quoted earlier, the force due to this smaller sphere is just as if the entire mass of the smaller sphere is concentrated at the center. So if ms is the mass of a smaller sphere, then we can simply write down that me for the spherical object, mass can be considered as in a term of density. So if we go with that initial equation first, that here overall density is a constant. So if we say that, if we say density is constant, then we have equation that is density is equals to mass upon volume so the mass can be considered as density into volume. Now for spherical object, volume is given by 4 by 3 pi r cube, where r is considered as a radius. So for the object of mass s or ms, we can say that rho 4 by 3 pi re minus d cube, and for me it is rho over 4 by 3 pi re cube. Now we have to just take the ratio that is ms upon me. So that is ms over me is equals to re minus d whole cube over re cube. Here also we consider this relation to be applicable with the equation of force. So if we consider the equation of force for them, we will have F at a height d or a depth d, we consider it as g ms into mass small m over re minus d whole square, and obviously from that, substituting the value for the ms, we can have now, that is fd, that is g into small m over re minus d square into, in place of ms we can put ne into re minus d cube over re cube. So now when we simplify this, we can have g small m capital me upon RE cube into RE minus D. So this will be our equation. Now this is the equation of force at depth D. So for the acceleration we can say that force upon mass, that is G me over Re cube into Re minus D. Now just simplify it with your normal equation as we have done it earlier. What we will get, that if we consider that Re to be the part of the gravitational acceleration, if we put it as gravitational acceleration for the genuine value of the earth's surface, it can be written as G me over Re square into Re minus D over Re. Now this term can be represented as gravitational acceleration of earth, that is Ge. Here this is gravitational acceleration at a certain depth D, and we can say that this is Re minus D over Re. Now if again we cancel out the term, that is Re, from the above and below equation, we can simplify it, that is Ge, that is gravitational acceleration on the surface. Here we can say that 1 minus D over Re over Re, and therefore it can be cancelled out, and we can get the gravitational acceleration at certain depth from the earth's surface is given by Ge, that is on the surface, 1 minus D upon Re. So this equation is applicable for any depth from the surface of the, it is applicable to any depth from the surface of the earth. So this is gravitational acceleration at a certain depth.